Hey there everyone, Cassie here. I am back with another miniature pet portrait process video. This particular video is a memorial pet portrait for a very sweet boy who recently passed away. But before I get started on that information and commentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell if you want to get notifications when I have new videos. So this sweet memorial painting was commissioned by someone whose friend had recently lost their special kitty, and they wanted to give them a gift to remember them by. Right now you can see that I've done a little bit of line work with a Prismacolor Verithin, primarily so that I can get some of the base details in, and then I'm going to go back over it here in just a second with a Copic multi-liner. I really like working with these Copic multi-liners. They are amazing for creating some really fun details, especially in these tiny little paintings that are only 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. I'm able to create a lot of very subtle line work that once I go back and paint it with the watercolor will really kind of blend in, but still at the same time accent all of this. The great thing with the Copic multi-liners is that they are waterproof, which means that I can paint watercolor on top of it once it's dried. The most important thing, though, to keep in mind, and this is something I know from testing, is that you don't want to immediately go and do this painting, or do a painting after you've done the multi-liner. You want to give it just a couple of minutes to dry and set. So there's actually a bit of this time that's skipped by here before I go back and start painting again. And that's mainly so that, one, there isn't any smudging when I go and I erase some of those underlying lines. But also, if you don't let it sit long enough, a lot of times it will still bleed a little bit when you add water to it, when you're painting with the watercolors. So, first things first, I kind of struggled with what kind of background I wanted to do, and then I realized I wanted to do something that would accent the painting, but not detract from it. And since this is such a light colored orange kitty, I decided to do a more yellow background. The big thing about this particular sweet boy is that he's a flame point, and for those who aren't familiar as much with cat coloration, basically what that means is that this is a Siamese cat that has ginger tabby coloring on those dark points instead of your normal solid colors. Flame points technically aren't a specific color to the Siamese breed. They're more along the lines of a color point, but not that really anybody quibbles too much about it. I think flame points are some of the prettiest kitties out there. And this particular boy had some gorgeous blue eyes, as you'll see as I add some additional layers in here. The big mark of Siamese kitties is that cross-eyed appearance, and boy, this particular fella had a really cross-eyed poor fella. But he had some gorgeous blue eyes. So right now I'm just working through and adding those little dark bits to really make that those flame point. So on the nose and around the eyes and on the tips of the ears and on the tips of the feet and the tail, kind of show through here. The big thing with working with watercolors is that it's all glazing. So you have to build up from one color to another and really layer on top of each other to get the most in-depth picture. So that's what you're seeing here is me slowly building up those layers to give more of a 3D feel to it. once I'm done with these eyes here, I'm going to pull out this masking tape, and it's going to have a nice little simple border around it. If you have any questions about this or any of the other videos, feel free to leave a comment below. If you have a request of something you'd like me to see me paint in the future, including dinosaurs, which I'll occasionally do, feel free to leave a comment as well. If you would like a Super Pets portrait, like this little miniature trading card size pet portrait, you can check out the links in the description and follow that to my shop, where I have these commissions as well as stickers and downloadable coloring pages, bookmarks, things like that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching and hanging with me as I talk a little bit about this painting. You can see shortened versions of this on my Instagram as well as TikTok, and I will catch you guys in the next video.